watching One Lisa show, and today I want to quickly tell you one of my biggest problems with sewing, and I need to fix this. One of the biggest pitfalls I fall for when I'm sewing that I have found this past year is buying cheap fabric. I am drawn to sales, that is in my nature, but I have learned a massive lesson this week when I tried to make a cocoa dress by Tilly and the Buttons. I have made the cocoa pattern before. I'm going to insert a picture of me in this dress, and from far away it looks fine. I made short sleeves on it. That was the only modification, and here it is. This fabric I got at a Joann's clearance sale. It was 40% off the reduced clearance price. And it was cute. It is cute. It's a navy knit fabric, but it's navy with these red and white polka dots. And just thought it was very cute and suiting for my style. Thought it would make a perfect cocoa dress. And then I pre-washed the fabric. Oh, I paid like $3 a yard for this. I pre-washed the fabric and I noticed there was some fuzzing and pills on the fabric. I was drawn to the price and the pattern, but not the quality of the fabric. That is key. When I made the dress, I knew it was a thin knit, but do you see how when you stretch it out, it kind of becomes white or translucent? That's a problem. That's a huge problem, and to me shows it's not a high quality fabric. And what do you expect, Lisa? You paid less than $3 a yard for this. But in order for me to continue to wear this item, I have to wear a black or dark blue slip underneath. If I wear a nude slip, it still shows the problem. And then looks like I'm not wearing any undergarments. I'm so frustrated, and I have fallen for this a few times now. This was the last straw though. It's not something I feel confident in wearing out, not because of the sewing or the construction of the garment, and it actually does look nice, but I'm not going to spend $20 on a slip just to assure I can wear something that cost me $5 to make. And although I do like it, I don't love it. And I'd be more confident and I'd feel better showing off one of the things I'm wearing that I've made, knowing it's not see-through. So how can I avoid this problem in the future? There's a couple of things I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest have a handful of patterns in the back of your head of what you can do before you go to the store. If you're shopping online, you have time and you're not in a rush, you're not caught off guard. And that's just it. Don't be off guard. If you're going to Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's or your local craft store or fabric store, have a project or a couple of projects in the back of your mind that if you did come across something on sale, you have an idea of what you can make with, whether it's your favorite go-to pattern or your favorite t-shirt pattern. You have an idea of what that could be used for. So if you find a piece of sale fabric, you want to have an idea of what you're going to make with it ahead of time. If that then check the fabric quality to make sure it's going to suit what you want to make. It's really hard to do when you're at Joann's or you're in your fabric store and you're not with your stash or your stuff. It is hard to do, but the key is to have those ideas in your head before you head out, just in case. Also, with this fabric, I wouldn't have known about the pilling until I've pre-washed it. However, I would have known if I had taken the time. I felt the fabric, I knew it was thin like a t-shirt fabric, but I didn't take the time to do the stretch test, put my hand behind it, and kind of look to see, can you see, white lines or anything like that. That's a big clue that it's going to be see-through after the construction of the garment. And in which case, it's so see-through you could see my bra, you could see the color of my bra, you could see the lace on my bra, and that was really disappointing to me. Also, if you're checking the fabric, in this case it's a knit, this could also come into play with maybe a quilting cotton or a woven cotton or even a challis or a chambray or cotton lawn. You know, the thinner fabrics, if you don't want something see-through, maybe a woven you can easily line, but a knit might not be. So that's why you want to have an idea of a couple of woven patterns, a couple of knit patterns in the back of your mind before you go to those stores in person. Because when you're at home, you have that control where you can go and look at your stash, you can look at your pattern supply, but when you're out and about, it's harder to do and think on your feet. So if you always have a go-to pattern, just always keep those in mind. When you are looking at a knit fabric or even a woven and you're concerned about it being too thin or too see-through, here's something I learned. The back of this fabric was basically white. The front side of this fabric is dark blue with white and red dots. However, if you go to the inside, the wrong side of the fabric, you can see it was just screen printed and it is a white base. So when it is stretched, you can see that white through, which means the printing wasn't very deep, and that's why it's see-through. It's basically a thin white t-shirt fabric with a print on top, but the whole purpose of a knit is you want some stretch when you're making a dress or a shirt, a t-shirt, because it's more comfortable, it's comfy on the skin, and it breathes and stretches with you. And your curves. And in this case, we have white. So do that stretch test when you're looking at knits, because knits can be expensive. And even though I paid about $3 a yard for this, it's a waste of my money if I'm not going to use it or wear it. In the future, I could take this apart and use it for muslins, right? Or practicing some other pattern. But you will soon acquire more of those fabrics if you keep doing shopping for sales than you will have actual fabrics you're proud to wear out in public. So this will be turned into a nightgown and a pair of underwear. You can check clearance fabric. Shopping the sales is great, but make sure you take the time to actually read the reviews if you're online, look at pictures of garments people made, or if you're in person, such as I was at Joann's, really stretch out that fabric. And if you can see through it, and make sure it's going to work for an item that you want to make with it. More than likely, when I buy knit fabric, I'm going to be making myself a handful of items, and it won't really go outside of that realm. It's going to be a shirt, a dress, maybe pajamas, or undergarments. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to make structured pants with a knit. Sewing to save money or to make a wardrobe that suits you and makes you feel better about yourself, take into account you're only saving money if you're going to wear the item and it's going to look good on you. So I could go to buy a bunch of clearance fabric and get the same result, or buy a bunch of fabric that is of poor quality that's very cheap and get the same result and not be confident to wear those items at any point. And so then I've wasted all that money. Whereas if I spend a little more to ensure I have a high quality fabric, I'll be more apt to wear it out and to actually sew with it and be proud of that garment I made. Those are my 2 cents. This is a lesson I learned, and I hope that will help you in the future. I know I'm not the only crafter and sewist out there who has fallen for that fancy, shiny, clearance red sticker or sale sign and been very disappointed in the results. Not because of my skill set, but because of the quality of the supply. Have a great day and let me know your stories below. Bye-bye.